Welcome to Chuck's Guitar Geekery. Are you tired of your guitars going out of tune? Before you go replacing tuners, I'm going to show you this one simple trick. It's not going to cost you anything, or at most it's going to cost you, if you don't have one in your house already, it's a pencil. Are you interested? Then I will go further. So I'll be honest, I've been guilty of this in the past, where when a guitar doesn't stay in tune, the first thing I go for is replacing the tuners. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. You know, especially these old PV tuners, a lot of people are not happy with them. I've never had a problem with them personally, but I play a lot of cheap guitars, and yeah, they come with cheap tuners. So I'm just going to walk through the steps. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Frankly, in a nutshell, it's taking the tip from this pencil, which I got this one out of my daughter's crayon box. She chewed all over it, but it is what it is. But just taking the graphite, and you got to lube your nut up. Let's do it. See how it works. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Okay, one way you can tell your nut is out of whack is if when you're tuning it, you hear it kind of jump up in pitch. There you go. You hear that little ping? That means the string is grabbing at the nut here. So if you're like me and you bend a lot of notes, that's going to happen a lot. And when it does that, it shifts to where it pings and just throws the whole string out of tune. So what we're going to do is we're going to loosen the strings enough so that you can get the string out of it, and then just get the graphite all in there. Yeah, they make a specific guitar one called Nut Sauce, which from what I hear is not too expensive and lasts a long time. But if you have a pencil around the house, you can use that, no problem. And this is something you can do, you know, just do it as routine maintenance. Anytime you change your strings, just go ahead, rub a pencil through the nut slots here, and be good to go for a while. Let's see if we still hear the string catching. Let's say I didn't hear it catching there, so let's keep going. It was mostly the upper three strings that were catching and going out of tune, but while I'm at it, I'm just going to go ahead and hit all 6 slots. And while I'm doing this, I guess I'll keep talking. If you're curious what this guitar is, it's really a parts caster I put together with parts I had laying around as just kind of a, hey, let me see if I can put these parts together and make a functional guitar. And here we are. It's an old, I don't know, I think some sort of Japanese or Chinese copy of a Les Paul I got like 15 years ago. Actually more than that, probably close to 20 years ago. But I never liked the neck, never liked the pickups, and it got taken apart, modified quite a few times, and then sat in a box forever while I tried to figure out something to do with it. And then I got this PV Predator neck from the International series, but I didn't have a body to put it on, and it sat for a while, and eventually I wanted to see if it was a good neck. So in the pile of spare parts I had, this dog ear P90. Not pretty. Came out of a Epiphone, I believe. And then actually took the bridge, because it's a 25.5-inch scale length neck on a 24 or 23, yeah, whatever Gibson scale is. So I moved the bridge back. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. I don't really care about that. And then one volume pot and the output. That's it. Okay, so now I got the guitar tuned back up, got the string stretched back out. Let's see if it stays in tune now. I did some pretty wild bends in there and it stayed in tune that time. So, say I'm a cheap guitar junkie, and anything I can do to keep those cheap guitars cheap, i.e. not having to replace parts if I don't have to, I'm gonna do it. So, as far as tuning stability, this is a very important tool. And to me, tuning stability is almost more important than the tone of a guitar. As long as a guitar can hold tune and be intonated, that's what matters most. Anything else can be changed or covered up with pedals and effects. Like I said, this was pretty much a trash heap guitar. I just kind of put together parts I had laying around. And frankly, I never used it because it just wasn't staying in tune, because I hadn't done that yet. And I just hadn't gotten around to it because I have too many guitars, frankly. But now pretty much anytime I get a new guitar, that's the first thing I do. And stays in tune now. You know, especially live at a show, you don't want to be stopping mid-song to retune your guitar. If you're in a recording session, time is money, and the more times you have to stop and tune a guitar, the more money it costs you. So you want a guitar that's going to stay in tune for a whole take. Or even if you're just playing home alone, you know, just for fun, having to stop to tune all the time gets old, you know? I mean, you could even go so far, if you can tell it's binding up at the bridge, you can put the graphite in the bridge saddles too. Anyways, hopefully this helps somebody, and if you already knew this, then thanks for watching anyways, you know. See ya.